What's up, all you horror movie loving fuckers? Welcome back to another episode of Fright Flick Fuck Mary Kill. As always, I'm your host, Jay. And as always, I am joined by my co host this week. Hell, he's here every week. The gentleman, Jack. Hey, everybody grab your drink, take a sip. Oh, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. Hey, welcome back. Another week down. Hope everybody had a great Halloween. I think Halloween's Thursday, yesterday, whatever. But still the best time of the year, people. Love this time of the year. And I was leading up to this week, I was trying to think about what I wanted to do for a show this week. And I decided this week that I wanted to get a little bit nasty. I want to get a little bit dirty. I want to get a little bit out there type shit this week. And so I had picked one movie that I was sure of that I wanted to watch and talk about. And I've owned this movie for quite a while now. Um, and I just haven't watched it. I'd heard about it, and that's what made me want to buy it because I like to collect horror movies, but also like to collect the ones that are a little more out there, a little more extreme type stuff. You know, the those types of movies that you don't want people to, there's some of you out there, you're scared to fly your freak flag. Some of you don't want people to know like you may be into certain things like some of these movies that I enjoy. And I love collecting those types of movies. Those are the ones I look for. So I've had this one for a while and I finally decided this week to watch it. And so the first movie we're going to talk about this week, we're doing two. This is going to be a little different this week. Normally I just do one movie, we talk about it, but this week you get a little treat the day after. We're going to talk about two movies this week. And the two movies we're going to talk about is Barf Bunny 2021 flick, and we're also going to talk about a 2006 called Imprint. Now, um a lot of you out there may have never heard of Barf Bunny or Imprint, but then there's some of you out there who have. Those are you little freaky fuckers out there that watch stuff like this, and it's okay. This is a safe space here, people. You can all go grab your chairs, put your coats and shit away, pull up your chair to the table, grab your drink, and it's okay. It's okay if you enjoy movies like this, and it's okay. And we're gonna shoot some shit about it. But hey, safe space here, people. We all know nowadays everybody's all about having a little safe space, whatever. But hey, it's okay. We welcome all the freaks, and we love them all. Hell, I'm fucking one of them. That's why I own this movie, the Barf Bunny movie. I do plan on putting the order in to get. I'm tracking down Imprint to add to my collection. But those are the two we're going to talk about this week. And put on your grown up britches, people. Put on your big boy and girl britches, because you know these are going to talk about some shit that is it's not everybody's cup of tea. So I tell you now, fuck it. I ain't gonna give you no warnings. I don't believe in fucking giving out fucking trigger warnings, none of that shit here. I just want to fucking talk about it and we're gonna send it because I just, around here we don't give a fuck. We get to do what we want. It's our show. But so yeah. First one we're gonna jump into this week, there's gonna be Barf Bunny 2021. Everybody grab your drink right now. Get ready to buckle up. Here we go. Oh, that gentleman Jack is good. Now, quick little read on the Barf Bunny. A fairy tale nightmare about a bunny with an insatiable appetite, a love for vomit, and who is left alone in the garden to wreak havoc. That is until she is caught and punished, resulting in unimaginable and disgusting consequences. This one is directed by Mr. Jonathan Doe. And look, go ahead, right. Let me go ahead and give you right now, John Doe, if you happen to stumble across this somehow, if somebody actually, hey, this person talked about your movie. Hey, let me go in right now, everybody. Little round of applause. Round of applause for Mr. Jonathan Doe, a American filmmaker, YouTuber, podcaster. Man of many hats, founded a production company, Putrid Productions, in 2018. And I don't know if you've all heard of it yet. Um, I think it was like 2021 to 22. He produced and directed the gore trilogy, erotic, grotesque nonsense. And it consisted of the Barf Bunny, the degenerates, and defilement of a porcelain doll. And let me just say, Mr. Doe, I'm a fan. I enjoy movies just that are out there. I enjoy movies that will make me go, what the fuck? And just make you feel some kind of way. I enjoy a movie that is a challenge. And I say challenge people because this is one of these movies that it can be a challenge to some people to try to watch it. Jonathan Doe directed, wrote it. It's got Felicia Fisher is our main actress in this one. She plays our little bunny. Then we got our little the Death Bunny, gonna be played by Marcus. If I fuck up your last name, I apologize. It's Koch. I'm not, I don't do pronunciation very well. Marcus Koch, Koch. But but hey, that's it. That's our two characters in this movie. And the reason I wanted to do two movies this week because Barf Bunny is it's a short flick. It's only like maybe 40 minutes. You know, I've watched both versions of it. There's a version of it on the DVDs I have where it's just like you just watch the eating portion. And then there's another version where it's like you see the death of the bunny. And I watched both of them all the way through. And but yeah, so those are our main characters, and we're going to talk about this in real quick. And I don't know if anybody has ever heard of it, or I posted leading up to this what I was going to be talking about. If you maybe did some homework and Googled it and looked it up, maybe figured out what the fuck Barf Bunny was, because the picture alone on the cover, and I fucking love the cover. I love the colors. I love the everything about it. It is just a sexy cover. And so you by looking at the cover, it kind of gives you some ideas. We got the old girl on there with some, puking and shit like that, whatever. But if you did a little homework, looked into it, maybe you got a little idea where we're heading with Barf Bunny. And it is, I will say this, it is one of those movies that will challenge you. If you're one of those, it's in the title, people barf. You kind of know where it's fucking going. It ain't rocket science, you know. Um, if you're one of those, and because I love videos, you see those videos where certain things set people off and it makes them want to that gag reflex of like throwing up and stuff like that. And there's people out there who can see somebody else throw up and then they get sick. They can hear somebody getting sick and then they get sick, and so yeah, if you're one of those, this could be a very challenging movie. And that's a good thing. I like that with movies that there's certain things that people have a problem with. Not really a problem, but they just have a hard time watching it. And so certain horror movies could be a challenge to get through certain things. And for this one, if you got the gag reflex or whatever, this could be a challenge for you. And just like, I read the little description, it's like like a little fairy tale nightmare bunny, got a little appetite. They give you a little wording when the movie starts, there's this little bunny, they don't, whoever is around don't like the way the bunny eats because maybe she gets real messy. So they expect her to be a certain way, you know, you know how it is. You got the fancy people who don't put your elbows on the table, that type of shit, don't make a mess, don't chew with your mouth open and all that good shit. Well, this little girl bunny, she's just all by her lonesome out there, a little picnic table, a little table set up. And in front of her are these three containers. And I've seen containers like this growing up when I was young. It's like those big, like kind of fruit shaped glass containers. And she's got like three of them. She's got one that's like It's like a thing of grapes and strawberries and carrots, and it's all shaped like the little glass container. Like the grapes is shaped like a bundle of like grapes, and then the strawberry is shaped like a strawberry, and the carrot is shaped like a carrot, and it is full of grapes, strawberries, and carrots. And here she is at the table all by herself. She gets to be herself. She don't have to worry about no little fucker at the end of the table saying, "Take your elbows off the table." She ain't got to worry about nobody correcting her saying, "Don't chew with your mouth open." It's not very ladylike to chew with your mouth open. It's not, she don't have to worry about this. She gets to do what she wants to do and ain't got nobody there telling her. She gets to just, you know, enjoy her fucking picnic, man. And so she's sitting there, and I say bunny, but it is Felicia Fisher dressed up, and it's not really like dressed. It's like a rabbit onesie. You see those little onesie people wear sometimes, like the full little zip up type things, got little footies in them. And so she's sitting there, and she's talking about the food and stuff like that. And she will want to start off with the grapes. And I do love some grapes. I love some strawberries, and I love some carrots. I like all of them. And not much is going to go on as far as a st- story behind much, really, in my opinion. Um, Basically, just to get to the point, she's going to want to eat, and she's going to want to eat fast and a lot. She's going to start shoving her mouth full. She's going to want them grapes. She's enjoying eating those grapes the way she wants to eat those grapes. Nobody's telling her how to eat the grapes. It's one of the things I like. Do what the fuck makes you happy. Who gives a fuck what anybody else says? She wants to eat them grapes the way she wants to eat them grapes. Then you fucking eat them grapes, little Miss Bunny. And she gets the grapes, and as she's talking, she's enjoying it, man. You can tell, like she's packing her mouth full of these grapes as she's chewing on these grapes. You can only put so many of them fucking grapes in your mouth, and shit starts kind of like falling out with like, yeah, she's chewing and kind of spitting them out, and like the grapes from the table and shit, you know. And the only thing about that, nothing really grossed me out. I'm not one of the only thing for me that that I have a problem when I can hear people chewing. Like if I can hear you chewing, I get angry. Like cool, I can't stand it. People that chew with like their mouth open, that smacking sound. I just want to, and I get it. She's getting to eat the way she wants to eat. She's all by herself doing her own thing. She gets it. But the only thing in this movie where I was kind of like, ooh, is when she's chewing and I can hear it. That little smacking sound. But hey, she's just a little bunny getting to do what she wants to do, not giving a fuck about what anybody else thinks or says. So she's going down on these grapes, man, packing her mouth full, and you know, and kudos to her for being able to just get them down the way she was eating these grapes. Um, and then it gets to the point where she's like talking about the grapes, and she's looking at them on the table, and she's talking about, you know, grapes are purple. Why aren't they purple? And by the time she spits some of this shit out on the table, it really doesn't look that purple. She's just kind of wondering, like, where's the purple at? And so she's just like, maybe it's in my tummy. And when she says it's in my tummy, this is where it's about to kick up right now. And she has that little container that was shaped like a bunch of grapes. It's now empty, you know. Um, and so basically what she's going to do throughout this is she's going to eat this stuff, and then she's going to make herself throw up. Um, and it doesn't, none of that bothers me. The whole, I can hear people that little like sound where they're about to throw up, that little that type of shit, that doesn't bother me, and it was like she wanted to see what it looked like. She was curious. She wanted to know why the purple wasn't purple, and maybe the purple was in her belly. So, her being a rabbit, she has this rabbit, carrot. I mean, she has this carrot. It looks like it's like this rubber, kind of hard, like a carrot. It's shaped just like a carrot. And she's going to make herself throw up because she wants to find out if the purple is purple in her belly. She had a question. She wanted to know the answer, and she did her own research. Takes the carrot into the mouth, into the mouth in a very sexual kind of way, people. Like it's going deep throating this thing, and the next thing we got like, we got grape juice coming up into the little glass bowl. Grape juice, carrot in the mouth, sexual like, grape juice in the bowl, and it does look more purple. It does have a purple tint to it, a very light shade of purple, but it's purple. And she answers her question. She gets an answer to it, and after she's done with the grapes, she's kind of curious about the strawberries. She's a strawberry fan. She wants to eat the strawberries. Pulls over the little strawberry glass bowl, starts taking down some strawberries, and goes through the same process again. There's even a part in here, people, where like something like a strawberry hits the floor. 3 second rule, man. We grew up poor. Hey, when that bad boy hits the floor, the fuck, we ain't wasting it. We count seconds. 3 second rule. Five if there's a struggle. Maybe more. It depends on where it fell. We give a little blow it off, and we're good to go. Well, strawberry hits floor. She's got them very good toes. Reaches down, you see her looking under the table. Got them toes. Grabs up the old strawberry off the floor, picks it back up. Hey, poor folks have been there. Drop something on the floor if you want to. Don't even try to throw that thing away. 3 second rule, people. And she's going to go through the same process with the fucking strawberry, where she's going to be curious. And while she's doing this, the stuff's falling out of her mouth. It's landing on the table. Strawberries are now mixed with grapes. She's kind of messing with it on the table, and she's enjoying it like she's having a good time. Just her on a little picnic table, enjoying her meal, doing what she wants to fucking do. And so we go through the same process where she starts wondering what's a strawberry in my tummy. What could that look like? And same thing again. We break out the old trusty rabbit, the old carrot. We start doing very sexual things with the carrot into the mouth. Boom. We filling up the bowl with some strawberry juice. Then we move on to the carrots. The grapes and the strawberries I found a little easier to, because that's kind of like when you chew those up, it's real kind of almost kind of liquidy type way, getting that down and back up. I would think, okay, that's a little easier because it's when you bite into a grape, kind of like gushy and tough stuff like that. Carrot, different story. Carrot's a little more firm. He's got a little carrot shaped bowl full of little baby carrots. She starts pulling them carrots out. She starts eating on the carrots. Still enjoying her little me time, doing what she wants to do. And we're not mad at her. And we go through the same thing. We got she works her way through the carrot bowl, and then same process again. She's wondering maybe what is. Let's look at the carrot juice. Let's see what the carrot juice is like. And so she goes through the same process. And there's either another time in this one where she goes down, drops a carrot on the floor, goes down with a foot, picks the foot up. Very flexible young lady, Miss Felicia is. And she's got the carrot in her toes and grabs her own ankle and kind of picks it up to her mouth and takes the carrot out and eating on the carrot. Just having a good time. Not bothering anybody. Doing what she wants to do. Enjoying her little picnic. And she goes through the whole process again. I will say this though, when it finally gets to the carrots, I feel like she went, she filled the bowl up pretty good on the grape juice and the strawberry juice. But when she gets to those carrots, man, I feel like she brought her A game to the carrot bowl because there was a couple times she did a little that there was a whole lot of shit, a whole lot of carrot juice that came up. And that carrot juice, if you think about it, got a little everything's going on, you know. Um, and it's crazy because we had the kind of purpley looking grape juice, we had the pinkish reddish looking strawberry juice. Now we got this kind of orangey carrot juice. And she has puked in these buckets. And while all this is going on, she as she's chewing, stuff's falling out of her mouth, landing on the table. And so all of a sudden, none, you got, all on the table, mushed up grape, strawberry, a little bit of little, little pukey juice, all mixed on there, little carrots laying everywhere. And she's kind of playing with it. Like she makes a little shape of a heart. She takes the little carrots and even puts like BB, makes a little shape of the BB in the little pukey juice. Like Barf Bunny enjoying her time, enjoying her little picnic. Ain't hurting nobody. She doing what she wants to do. And none of this has bothered me up till now. It's just, it's different. It's crazy. It's me going, what the fuck? But, hey, it is what it is. And up until then, I'm like, okay. And then toward the end of it, where I don't know if she was just feeling dirty because of all the, she'd spilled some, of course, spit up on herself a little bit. Maybe it was the mess all over the table. She thinks maybe I need to clean up a little bit. I got to clean up, you know. Then she's going to take one of them buckets. Um, and that's why I said there's two different versions on the DVD that I watched. One version is just her eating. It's just her eating and it gets to an ending. The other version is where like the death of the bunny. But in the eating version, she gets to the end of it and she's kind of like, oh, I don't know, she felt dirty or something. But she takes that carrot juice, the carrot juice in the little bucket that you have watched her fill up because she went above and beyond on filling this one up. Like she went hard on this one. Takes that little bucket, flips it up over her head, and it all comes running down on her head. Um, and it just ooh, it was sticky and it was thick looking, and she's just kind of sitting there, happy as she can be, completely fine with everything. She's enjoyed her meal the way she wanted to enjoy it, and when she picked that bucket up, I remember watching it going, no, 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 no. At first, I thought she was going to try to drink it. I thought that's where it was going when I seen her pick it up. I was like, oh, is she going to drink it? But nope, she didn't drink it, people. She just dumped it over her head. And when it comes down her hair, you see it. It's that kind of ah that it's just thick. And it's kind of it's not like water when you pour water or liquid, it just kind of just run. You're like it's fucking carrot juice, belly carrot juice. And the shit is just kind of all it's kind of thick and slimy. And it's just kind of running down her head. And it was fucking nasty. And that was the version of the DVD where it is like the eating version. And then the death of the bunny, it goes through everything the exact same. But when it gets to the end, the little bunny got caught. The little bunny who had been told, you know, don't do this at the table. You need to be more clean. You need to eat a certain way. You know, she finally had her run to do exactly how she wanted to do it. But little bunny gets caught. Big grown up bunny comes walking in, the death bunny. And he's not just a little onesie zip up thing. He's got the bunny head. He's the bunny hands, you know, full blown bunny. He comes walking up. You can tell he's not happy right now. And she looks and she realizes like, oh fuck. He walks in, he is not happy. He won't walk up to her. And just like that, just that quick, he kind of grabs her by the head, pulls out the knife. He starts cutting the head off. Yep, cutting it off. Right at the neck, you see him working it, working it, working it all the way through. Bam, head comes off. We had the head of the little bunny lady. Miss Fisher sets her head on the table. The table still got the little shaped pot sitting there full of all the vomit. The table's full of all the little spit up stuff. We got grape strawberry everywhere. It's all messy. Head sits on the table. I thought, oh shit, he cut her head off. Thought I was gonna be the end of it, but it is not the end of it. Then he's gonna grab her by the hair of that head on the table. Then he's gonna start scalping her. Takes the knife, starts peeling it back, peels the whole top of her head back. And then we just see the little brain, the brain sitting there, you know. And this is all done pretty fucking it's extremely bloody, it's extremely gory. It's out there. Like when the head is taken off, the body's still sitting at the table and blood is just gushing up like the fucking geyser, man. It's just coming everywhere, running on the table, you know, and he's got the head sitting there, and when he starts peeling back the scalp, pulls that all back, and he's got the brain sitting there. Now, one thing I will say, this thing picks up the sounds of things so good. Just like where I said I don't like hearing the chewing type sounds, but you're hearing like these gushy, just the sounds, man. And when he reaches in there, after he's got her head cut off, he scalped her. He reaches in her head and he pulls out the brain. And when he's reaching there, he's got bunny hands. He don't have bunny fingers. He's got these bunny like mittens almost. Where he's kind of reaching down in there and he's pulling the brain out. And as he's pulling it out, you're hearing it, the little gushy sound, and you're seeing the blood and shit. And he pulls the brain out and he sets it on the table. And then I'm just sitting, and then I don't know what to think at this moment. I'm just along for the ride right now. I don't know really what's going through my head. We're just along for the Jonathan Doe ride. That's what we're doing right now. And so then after he has the head just sitting there, he's going to grab the little one of those little buckets. One of those, I think maybe it was the carrot when it was full of carrot juice, you know, little bunny lady belly carrot juice, takes that and starts pours that into the head. He takes all those three little glass jars of the juicy stuff and pours it into the head that is no longer having a brain in it, dumps it all in there. Then he reaches over with his little bunny mittens and he grabs the brain, picks the brain up. I think he sets it. I can't remember. Honestly, I just went brain dead. I can't remember if he puts the brain in one of the jars. Yeah, I think he just puts the brain in one of the little glass jars. But then after he fills the little head up with all the little belly juices, because it's all running everywhere. It's like he's filling it up and pouring it. Then he takes her scalp, picks her hair up, her little scalp, sets it back on top of her head. And that's just kind of how it wraps up. Um, hey, I don't know if that I don't I was along for the ride. And that's what it was. It was a fucking ride to where it's challenging and you're going, what the fuck's going on? And you're asking why? Who gives a fuck? It was a ride, man, and I was there for it. And then on the DVD that I have, you do like behind like the interviews and stuff like this. And then I come to find out after I watched it, I looked into it. Um, Apparently this is a thing. Apparently that some people are turned on by this. They're hey, to each is their own. I'm not judging. Whatever floats your boat, whatever gets you hard, man. Whatever it is, whatever gets you wet and hard, who gives a shit? You do you, boo boo. But apparently this is a thing where people get turned on by like, seeing people maybe eat like that, like just gorge themselves and then throw it up. Like that's a thing. People look for that. you know. If you do, hey man, cheers to you. Everybody grab a drink. Cheers to all you little freaky fucks out there who do what the fuck you want. Oh, that's good stuff. Now, so yeah, Barf Bunny. I'm not sure where to. I had, like I said, I own it. I'm not sure where to watch it. I don't know. This is probably one of them you just going to have to buy it if you want to watch it. But and if you do own it already, if you've seen it, hey, round of applause, man. Hey, I like it, man. I like just the far out there in left field stuff. And but yeah, this one is a challenge, people. If you want to challenge yourself, if you want to watch something that's going to make you go, what the fuck? And just be sitting there going, why? What's the why? Hey, little bunny just doing what she wants. She's doing what she wants to do. She's having a good time, enjoying her little picnic. But yeah, Barf Bunny 2021. Uh, Mr. Jonathan Doe, keep on bringing them, man. Keep on bringing them. And so if I got to rate it, we always rate them here, fuck, marry, kill. Um, I got to fuck this one. It's one that I'm going to go back to it because it's just one of those that, yeah, at some point, if you're sitting around and somebody's wanting to see something and you're telling them about it, you could be telling someone about it and they'd be like, man, I got to, and some people hear it and there's going to be a few of you people out there like me that you're going to hear about it. And then it's going to be like, hey, man, I got the DVD. You want to watch it? And it's not going to be that I want to watch it. I have to watch it because I hear something. You could tell me about a movie like that. And it's like hearing it's one thing. I got to see it. Like I got to. And so that's why it's got to be a fuck for me because at some point, if I'm telling somebody about this movie, and I'll be like, man, there's a movie, Barf Bunny, this. And they go, what? And then I'm like, I got it. You want to watch it? And then if they look at me and say, I don't want to watch it, I have to watch it. I need to watch it, and then I want to watch it again. And that's why it's got to be a fuck for me. It will get watched again because somebody out there, somebody got that same little freak flag. And it's okay. Safe space, people. But yeah, go check out Barf Bunny. If there's a way, if you can find it, watch it. But it is a challenge. Go challenge yourself. And if you have seen it, I'd like to know what your thoughts are on it. Feel free to stop by. Yeah, that's going to be it for Barf Bunny. Now we're going to shift to another movie. Like I said, I wanted to do two because Barf Bunny's it's only like 40 minutes. You only got to get to like 40 minutes if you watch it. So then I want to be like, I want to talk about something else because it was kind of short. Then I came across this one. I'd screenshot it. I was on, I don't remember if it was Instagram or Facebook the other day. And I'm scrolling through and somebody had posted a picture of this movie. And all I did was screenshot it. I didn't look the movie up or nothing like that. I had screenshot it. And so today I'm like, man, what else do I want to watch? And I was looking through and I'd seen I had screenshot of this movie. So I went and found the movie and decided to watch it. And so Imprint 2006. And after I got done watching, I kind of looked into it a little bit. And this one is a director. And this is Japanese, man. I don't speak very good English. But Takashi, hold on. Let me see something. Takashi Miike. I had to use the little voice thing on my computer. Takashi Miike. Uh, I don't know if any of y'all know that name. There's a couple movies out there that I'm a big fan of. Audition. Um, and what was the other one? Oh, I just brain dumped. I hate it when I do that. Oh, I got it right here. Hold on. I had saved it. Hang with me, people. We're gonna get there. Oh, Ichi the Killer. Ichi the Killer. That was the other one. You know, the dude's a fucking badass director, man. He's just fucking sends it. No fucks given. And this movie, The Imprint, was supposed to be part of the what was it called? I forget, but it was like a TV show or like a series or something. Fuck, it's gonna bother me, and I thought I had it saved. Son of a bitch. Oh, Masters of Horror. It was part of this Masters of Horror series, and Takeshi had a chance to do a movie for this series, and he does Imprint. Well, once this whole thing was supposed to be aired and shown and all that good shit, big wigs are like, whoa, 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 whoa. No, can't we can't put that up. I think it was supposed to be on Showtime or one of those like cable type shows, and they were like, nope, can't do it. Too much. And it ended up being made. They made it to a DVD, and this was like 2006 is when this was done. But yeah, Mr. Takeshi, hey, another. We are a round of applause for you too, sir. We love your work. And so yeah, after I got done watching, I kind of looked it up. I'm like, holy shit, he did. I didn't realize that he had did like audition and Itchy the Killer. And the names that this one stars, I'm not even going to try. I'm not even going to. I won't do them justice. I will butcher them. The only one I can go on is the American dude in the movie who plays this American like journalist type person, whatever. Billy Drago plays Christopher. And so that's what we're about to talk about right now. Imprint. I I watched this on um effed up movies. That's where I found it at and watched it. But I will soon be ordering and owning that DVD when I track it down. But in the 1800s, an American returns to Japan to find the prostitute he fell in love with, but instead learns of the physical and existential horror that befell her after he left. Now, jumping right in, uh, American dude. When it starts off, he's on a boat. He's going to look for. Apparently, this American dude had been in Japan at one point, and there was this lady who he had met. She was like a prostitute. He met her, fell in love with her, made her a promise that, hey, I'm going to come back here. I want to take you away from all this. I want to give you the life you deserve. That was his promise to her. And that's what this thing is going to kind of this movie picks up with him making this return back. He's looking for it. I don't really know how long that this wait went on of him trying to get back to her. He's an older looking gentleman, not like I say older, not crazy old, but he's on his way back. He's making his way back to this little, and he's had to try to track her down. You know, he had met her then, but during this time, there was like these women would get shipped off somewhere or sold to somebody for prostitution, and so they would get shipped all over. So he was trying to track her down, couldn't ever find her. Just trying to track her down. And he comes to this one little island, whatever, and he comes in on a boat. They bring him in there, and like I said, the only American dude. The movie was in subtitles, but so he's on the boat. He gets to this island. You can tell when you get to the island the way a couple of these little dudes are jumping off the boats. Like a couple of them are like jumping off, holding their fucking crotch area, like they're about to go get some. Like that's what they're there for. It's like this little island got some prostitutes on it. They're coming there to wet their whistle. They're there for that reason. And the way it is, it's like it almost looks like it's like window shopping almost because as they're walking, it's almost like they're behind. It looks like a cage wall is what it looks like. Like a little like they're caged in, but they can come into it and they're like talking and yelling at the guys. The guys are coming up to them. They can put their hands through and they're like talking to the ladies and shit like that. And it's like you just kind of walk through there and window shop until you pick one you want to fucking spend the night with. And so as they're doing that, all the guys are running around. We got our dude Christopher, the American dude. He's there on a mission. He's there to track down that one lady that he just fell in love with. That one lady that I guess had the kryptonite in her pussy that made him just fall. It changed him. Pussy so good it changed the man. So now he's back there trying to track her down. He's ready. He wants to take her out, give her the life she deserves. So he's walking through there, and as he's looking at these women. He's not seeing her. And then while he's kind of looking around, you notice there's one that's in there. And I thought maybe was this going to be her because she's kind of in the back corner, and it's kind of dark, and you just kind of see the silhouette of her, and she's just kind of sitting there, and he's kind of looking. With them, like the boss lady comes in there, and she's like yelling at her and shit, and she's like, "You need to get up to the window, like you got to make that pussy pay, like get up to the window, do your job." And she's kind of like mean to her, kicking her shit like that, and the American dude gets approached by one of the little creepy looking little short lady, very short lady, very creepy looking. And he basically starts asking her about this girl he's looking for. Um her name was Coco Mo. Hey, I'm bad with names, man. I'm telling you. Let me see if I got the thing still pulled up. Just so I can see how it's spelled at least. Komomo, Komomo, Komomo. And I'm not going to say that right, so we're just going to call her Coco for this show. She is Coco. Coco is the dude, is the lady that our guy Christopher is looking for. So he starts asking a lady, he's looking for Coco. He's like, "Hey, there was this girl, and she basically is kind of like, we don't know nobody by that name here." And he's not there just chasing tail. He's there for one reason, to find the love of his life. So he basically tells her, he's like, "Well, I'm just going to get going then." And then she tells him, like, "You can't leave until in the morning. The boat only leaves in the morning. Like, you're on this island. You're here. This island is here for one reason only. Come out here, you get tail, you go home the next day. That's it." So she's like, "You're not gonna be able to get out of here tonight." And she basically tells him, you got to find somewhere to stay tonight. Like, you got to pay, you got to get a girl, you got to stay. And she tells him, she's like, "Hey, I will get you a very good girl. She'll be better than Coco. I will hook you up." And he's basically like, "No." He goes, "I want that one." And he points to the one that we seen that was in the little window shopping area that you didn't really see, just a silhouette. He said, "I want that one in the back corner, you know." And so that's what he does. They take him to his little spend the night room. They go in there, they bring him a little food, a little tray, got a little sake on it, a little sake. And basically he's sitting there. Next thing you know, here comes the girl. Um, she comes up in there. And I can't remember, once again, the names are going to be uh yeah, I can't pronounce these damn names. I'm bad. I don't want to just butcher them, but we're going to call her fucking um Scarface girl. You'll see if you watch the movie, she's kind of scarred on one side of her face, but she comes in there, and that's the one that was in the corner. She comes in, and she kind of, when she first gets in there, and you see her kind of kneel down, and then she goes over and they start talking, and she thinks she's just there to do what she normally has to do, and he's not about that. He's just there because he has to be, because the boat don't leave till in the morning. And so they start talking. He's just trying to have a conversation, and she's kind of surprised by it. And she even tells him, she's like, "Most men come here don't want to talk." And when you see her, like one side of her face is kind of like scarred, weird looking. Like some of us got like a little Joker mouth, or like was like split on one side, like a little version of a little Joker. And her way her eyes is kind of just pulled back. It's like scarred on one face, on one side of her face. And so, and at one point, she even kind of asked him, like makes a comment like, a lot of people think I'm a freak. You know, People may think that she's ugly. And he tells her, he's like, "I find you very attractive." And, she's there to do the thing. And she even tried to tell him, like, "Hey, a lot of people say I'm one of the fittest ones around here. If you want to give it a whirl, and he basically tells her, he's just like, "Nope." He's kind of laying there, he's had him a little sake, and he's just like, "Nope." And he goes, not tonight. He asked her, he's like, just tell me a story. And so she's sitting there next to him, got one of them little fans. And she's like fanning him and shit. And he just wants to know a story. What's her story? And she's going to give a story. She's going to give a, and the stories change throughout this thing because the first story you're going to get, and it makes it so believable to where it's like you you buy it, you believe it because she's like tells the story how she grew up. She grew up with poor family, but they were happy. The mom, her mom was a what they call those women that help deliver babies, a midwife. Is that what the fuck they call? I think so. But that's what her mom did. Her mom helped other women deliver their babies. The dad was sick. The dad had like lung cancer or something like that. And she talks about like when she was born, she was born, her face had that kind of messed up on one side. She talks about how she got picked on growing up. Kids made fun of her, called her a freak. She talks about how like her mom and dad were happy, you know, and even though the dad was really sick. And then she talks about how the dad eventually gets to the point where he felt like he was a burden. Dad's going to feel like, you're having to take care of me and this is too much. So dad's going to off himself. Dad is going to kill himself. He basically just walks out. They have like a little river, whatever, in front of their little house is. And he kind of walks out there and he's just kind of like kills himself, goes out into the water, drowns himself because he don't want to be a burden no more. And then the mom, basically because I guess it was just too much to deal with the girl, um, she's going to eventually just kind of give her away because when she's talking about her childhood, she makes a comment like all the kids made fun of her, and she's like, there was this priest in their area that was very kind to her, because she didn't have friends who would be there with her, and it shows him like talking to her and stuff like that, and he's telling her about the importance of like, oh, if you do bad things, you go to hell type stuff, and being a friend to her, and that's the story that our girl is going to give Christopher, who's there looking for the girl Coco, and so she's telling him this story, and you come to find out, and she basically tells her, and he's going to tell him that once her mom got rid of her, mom kind of like sold her off, and it shows like, and she admits like she got kind of like bounced around to like one brothel or whatever, the next highest bidder, next best thing, I don't know. And she ends up bouncing around and she ends up there. Now, you're going to come to find out that she knew Coco. They were there together. And so now you definitely have her do Christopher's attention because now you knew her. Because the lady that he talked to outside didn't know her. She made out like, oh, I don't know. We don't know who that is. And this girl knows. She knows who she is. And she basically has to tell him, like, she's dead. Like, she's no longer here. And he's upset. Our dude is troubled by this. He is upset. Um, and he's asking her like how it happened. And she basically has to tell him, like, she died because she got tired of waiting on your ass. Yeah. She killed herself, hung herself because she was there. And she knew, she was basically telling people, the love of my life, he's already told me he's coming to get me. He's going to take me out of here, and I'm waiting on him to come get me, and everything's going to be better. So now that's what she's telling him. Like, she killed herself because she got tired of waiting on you. You didn't come here, and she couldn't take it no more. She killed herself. Now, dude's upset. He's upset, bothered by this, and he wants to start knowing what happened. He's not buying the whole she killed herself line. He's not buying it. He just knows there's like she's not that type, because he even gives like a little flashback. There's a flashback of like him seeing her, like from earlier on, and he sees her, and and so he's not buying. He's like, this doesn't make sense. It's not the truth. And the little, Scarface girl, gentleman Jack break, thank you. Little Scarface girl, she's kind of like, going to be like, why do you want to know the truth? Why do people always want to know the truth? Sometimes a lie is better. And so then she's going to tell a story. The movie, I will say, the movie kind of it's kind of a slow thing up. Get through about the first, I don't know, 20, 25 minutes of it. And then it really starts kind of amping up because it's going to go hard, people. Um, when she starts telling the story of Coco and how she knew Coco, they're there together on this island. Where at one point they even make the comment. I think that one girl said this island is nothing but demons and whores, you know. And she makes a comment about how like all those people out there are like the demons, all those guys and stuff like that, you know. And so there's a story being told once again. Our girl's telling another story. We're there when she got there, when Scarface girl got there, she wasn't very popular because men didn't come looking for her or didn't ask for her because of what was wrong with her face. They didn't find that. They thought it was freaky. They didn't like it. So at this little place, basically the boss lady's like, if you're not bringing in the men, then you don't eat. She just like, she even tells her at one point, you got to make that pussy pay. So if you're not pulling in the dudes, then you're not going to eat. Well, then Coco, very nice girl, very nice, becomes friends with her. Like she's giving her food. She's being there and helping her because she's a good person. And so she's helping her make sure she's got food to eat. They become really close BFFs. And come to find out, like Coco was the best looking one there. Coco was the best. She's the one that the dude showed up asking for her by name. She was popular. You know how it is. Bitches get jealous. The other ladies up in there getting a little jealous. They're not getting as much request. Their money maybe ain't flowing in. They're not getting the attention because Coco's over there, the baddest lady in the bunch, getting all the attention. Dudes rolling up by name, lining up out the door for Coco. Other ladies don't like it. People get jealous. And so the ladies in there give her a hard time. The ladies, and this is all part of the story being told, ladies going to make a plan to get her in trouble. They're going to set her up to where it looks like she steals from the boss lady. And even up to this point, this movie hasn't got really crazy. Like really nothing. It's kind of like, okay, it is what it is. We're flowing. It's good. But then when the boss lady, they come to find out they accuse Coco of taking the boss lady's ring. Next thing you know, boss lady's like, take her to the linen room. And I'm just thinking, okay, you in trouble. Ooh, they setting you up. I didn't know where this thing was going. And then they take her up there. And then they're tying her up. Coco about to get tortured because they want to know where that ring is. They needed to get an answer. Coco's saying, I didn't take the ring. They don't believe you, Coco. They're going to get it out of you. We're going to torture you. And damn it, boy, do they torture her. Holy shit. They got like this little pulley thing that the rope, you know, you pull the thing and then it lifts it up off the ground. That's what they got her. They got her tied in this funky looking position where like one leg's bent back, kind of one arm's tied to that leg, and one leg's kind of opened up, very uncomfortable looking. They basically got her in this little thing that they pull her up off the ground when they want to. So they're going to start off on the ground. The torture scene is, man, it goes, it's rough. I will tell you right now, it's rough, but damn it, it's very well done. Like It 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 will make you kind of cringe and kind of be like, holy shit, because it's like it I love it when a movie don't go off scene or turn the camera away. Let me fucking see it. And that's what this one does. They go to torture her, and it starts off real, I say mild. It's none of it is fucking mild, but it kind of compared to where it goes, this was fucking child's play simple. Like because when she comes in there, because she's a prostitute, the boss lady will tell the main lady who's gonna do the torturing. She's like, hey, she still gotta make that money, you know. So we can't don't fuck with her face. Don't make anything visible that's gonna turn the men away. She still gotta be, you know, good for the window shopping. So don't fuck with certain things that's going to mess up the product. And so they're going to start off with the armpits. They got these little needle looking things that they heat up, get them real hot. They're going to shove them into her armpits. It starts off little. They get both armpits. And it starts off real simple, like little 3 or 4 little needle looking things. And they don't really stick them in her. They just heat up the tips of them, just a little burning under the armpit type thing. And this old girl is screaming, and you think she's screaming bad, but the screaming goes to a whole nother fucking level when she starts the next stage of the torture to get this answer. And none of the, and I'll say this because some people say, like, when they watch me, oh, that's the hardest part of the movie for me to watch. For me, there's not really, when it comes to movies, I don't have that where it's like, oh man, that's hard for me to watch. I don't, because it's a movie. I enjoy that type of just the thought and what goes into it, and just I like it and I enjoy watching it because it's a fucking movie, people. Um, so yeah, this scene, this part, because it goes on for a hot minute. This isn't a quick little, like, minute or two and it's over. They go, they torture this old girl, and it goes from the little needles under the armpits. And I don't know if anybody ever had anything accidentally get slid up under your fingernail. I did machinist work, many years ago, and worked with a lot of, metal and stuff like that. And every now and then you be messing with it, and a piece of metal or something go up underneath my fingernail, and that fucking hurts. If you never had anything shoved under your fingernail, it fucking sucks. And the torture lady, and she's creepy, man. Like when she opens, she's like smiling. You can tell she's enjoying it. Like these black looking teeth. Like she is, like that's what she's there for. She's like the one that keeps everybody in line. That's her job. But she's got these needles like in her little coat, whatever. And she pulls this one needle out. She grabs old girl by the hand. And as soon as she grabs her by the hand, and it gives you a close up of that, I think she may have started with the thumb. And I seen her pull that needle off her little collar that she had. And I said, and oh man, I drew up because I know a little bit of that pain. But she's gonna take that needle and it's gonna show us it's gonna show it. And I appreciate it, Mr. Takeshi. I like the fact that you just put the camera right there on it. And she takes that needle and she starts it through her fucking fingernail, and she's pushing that bad boy all the way down to the sweet meat down there. And you see it start filling up with blood. And I will give the old girl who played Coco, she is screaming like she is selling it, man. Like you felt the pain just by her fucking screaming. And then I'm thinking, oh, they just gonna she just does that one finger on that hand because the other hand's tied to her foot. It's in this little weird position they got her in. But the one hand, that they're using, I thought, okay, she just did the thumb. No, it doesn't show you all 5 fingers, but she gets all fucking 5 fingers with the needles. And you see these needles aren't just little bitty, like little shit mama used to have in the little red cushion when she was a sewing. Little red cushions got little pins in them, little pin cushion. No, these are like these long needles, like they do that acupuncture shit with, and like shoves them in all of her fingernails. And she's sitting there with her hand, and you see it, and you're just like, oh, could you imagine the pain And this girl is screaming. And then it ain't over yet, people. You got to take it up a notch. Um, if you take your upper lip and you pull your upper lip out, that little soft meat right at the top of your gums, under your bottom lip, that meat down at the bottom of your gums seems kind of soft, kind of sensitive. That's where those needles are about to go. She's gonna pull her lips and she's gonna take them needles and stick them up in the roof, right above the gum line, up in her mouth. I think it's like three at the top, two at the bottom. Got her mouth held open by those pins up in her gums. Oh man. And he didn't hold back. You get to see it, like their face and everything. It is, man, that was so well done. That whole scene, uncomfortable, made you, oh, you, the fingers and everything made you fucking hurt just watching it. Just, but damn, it was just cold hearted and I like it. I enjoy shit like that. Call me what you want. I don't give a fuck. I enjoy it. But that whole scene, man, that was brutal. Like what they put old girl through, but it was shot so good. And you know, and so the whole thing when the little Scarface girl's telling these stories, he's telling this, she tells the dude the story about that's why she hung herself. She got tortured like that. She was tired of waiting on you to come get her, and she hangs herself. Now, the American dude doesn't buy that story either. He feels like there's something ain't adding up, and he's wanting to know. Like he wants to know, and he's asking her, and he's upset, and he's like, "I want to know the truth." And she is going to finally tell the whole truth, everything from her childhood all the way up until Coco dies. The real truth, the real full blown truth. And I didn't see none of that coming because it was so fucking believable in the beginning when she told the story of her childhood, and then she starts really telling it just how fucked up her childhood was. From the part about her mom and dad were just homeless, didn't have nothing, just out bouncing from place to place, homeless, had nothing. This before she came along and was born. You know, Mom was not a midwife. Mama wasn't there to help bring new babies into the world. No, Mama was there because she helped perform the abortions to get rid of the babies that the ladies didn't want. That was what she did. And you when she's telling the story and it goes back through it, you see it as like they're poor in these like mountain areas out in wherever they were at, but just a little river running there. Mom comes out with like this little wooden bucket, and she comes out there and she literally takes the little baby, the dead fetus looking baby, out and just drops it in the river, and it just goes running down the river. That's what her mom did. Not a midwife. Didn't bring new babies into the world. She helped take them out because the ladies didn't want them. They said, yeah, that's what her mom did. And then mom gets pregnant. Dad was not sick from the lung issues. Dad was just a fucking drunk, just a mean ass drunk that beat the shit out of her mother. Just a mean drunk. And so when mother gives birth to little Scarface girl, it's not all like, everything good. No, none of that. Because I said the dad's a fucking drunk, beats the shit out of mom. It shows you dad beating the shit out of her mother. Then the next thing you know, dad turns his attention to her, the little girl, little sick fucker that he was. And, And at this point, this is where you see things change with that little girl, little Scarface girl. Like that shit was flipped, man, because I was like, oh, I bet she's gonna kill this motherfucker. And she will. And I'm like, hell yeah, fucking killing. You come to find out after she kills off her dad, for being a piece of shit. She basically it's just her and her mother. Her and her mother continue doing what they were doing. She assisted her mother with abortions. And it shows across the creek on the bank, there's all these little pinwheels. Little pinwheels used to get you as a kid, you blow it, a little fan, a little windmill will spin, blow into it. Across the creek was full of these pinwheels. All of those pinwheels represented it, whatever that word is, people. It was a pinwheel for every abortion that the mom did. If she gave an abortion, they would do what she did, take the baby out, drop it in the river wash it away. They'd put a pinwheel in the bank over there. The bank was full of little pinwheels, little just blowing in the wind, full of them. That's the childhood a girl had. The preacher earlier, the little priest that, I said earlier that was friends with her and, was there to try to, when her friends made fun of her and shit, the priest was there. No, the real true story is the priest was a piece of shit too, because he basically used the whole heaven and hell thing. If you do not do this, you will go to hell. And I don't need to go into detail, people, when he says, if you do not do this, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. He was a sick fucker too. So the girl was fucked all through her life. She's going to it gets to the whole, it all starts revealing and coming back. And then the twist at the end that you don't see fucking coming. Like the ending. Because at one point you hear the girl make the comment and she says something about sis, like she's talking to her sister. And then I'm sitting there, when I hear that, I'm going, this lady got like two personalities. And she's one of those got like, like the bad side, like Two-Face from Batman. Like, the one side, the nice little girl that like tells the nice stories. Then on this side, you got the fucked up face with the one that tells the real fucked up shit. And that's what I'm thinking when I hear her say sis. I'm like, what the fuck? Like this girl got like two people up in there, like two people. And when it gets to the point where it finally reveals who the fucking sister is, she was a twin, Scarface girl, twin. When she was born, when it shows her being born, and you see the baby, because it shows the baby, but there's something on the side of its head, something on the side of that baby's head. Flash forward, now we got our girl, Scarface girl, Two-Face. She's sitting there talking. And all of a sudden there's this other voice. And the dude can hear this other voice. There's two voices now going on. We got our normal good face girl. And then there's this other voice. And this other voice basically comes to starts peeling it all back. Where when you find out that this girl, she's the one that killed Coco. Yes, she gets tortured, but she kills her. And she kills her, and her reason behind killing her was she wanted to make sure she got to heaven, because she said she would not get to heaven if, like, because she's friends with somebody like me, somebody bad like me. She's friends with me. So I can't let her, if she stays around, it's not going to be good and she won't get into heaven. So that was her reason why I killed Coco, to help her get to heaven, because she shouldn't, because being with me is like bad. She had her own little fucked up, twisted thing to it. But then the lady who I thought maybe, Two-Faced, split personalities, not split personalities. She said she was a twin. The twin is still attached to her. And this is the part that made me go, what the fuck? Because on the side of her head, you see a hand come out the side of her head. On this hand is two eyes and a mouth with teeth. This hand, side of her head, eyes, teeth. That's the twin. being able to talk. The twin makes the girl do the bad things. The twin would basically bite on her. Like it would show it. Like the little hand with the mouth would bite into her head and cause pain to the girl, the Scarface girl. And that's what would make her do the bad things. When you find out that the little hand twin made her steal the ring that Coco got accused of. She basically set the whole thing up. The whole thing was a setup to get Coco tortured. So the evil twin, the little hand, and I didn't see that coming because it was just this one odd thing in the movie. Like the way everything was going, I just honestly did not see a hand coming out of the side of her head with some eyes and a mouth on it that would talk and chew on her to make her do things. Didn't see that one coming. And it was like, I was like, holy shit, like what the fuck? It just because I'm thinking like split personalities, little girl talking to herself, like whatever. But no, we got evil twin uh just talking teeth bites into her head type shit. And apparently she can this little evil person, whatever she is, I don't think she's like I don't know if it's like some type of weird entity or whatever she is, but there's something because our boy Christopher starts kind of like freaking out. Because now he wants to kill her. Because he finds out that she's the one that killed Coco. But then some shit starts getting peeled back. Apparently, Christopher was a piece of shit too, because he killed his little sister. Yeah. He was fucking around with his little sister and killed her. He was a piece of shit too. And so he goes to kill, he pulls out his gun. He's going to kill the fucking twin, the lady, Two Face, whatever, going to kill her, shoots her. When he shoots her, she turns into Coco. And then it's like when the police and all get him, it looks like he killed Coco. Like this dude showed up on the island, killed this prostitute, and now he's going off to they're gonna lock him up in prison type shit, you know. And it was it was a ride, man. Like little hand coming out of the head, mouth and teeth on it. Creepy as fuck. Kind of funny, but it was creepy, you know. And then it made me wonder when I got done watching it was that like because when it shows him in prison at the end of it, and he's in prison and he's sitting there like they caught him, he's chained up, and he has lost his fucking mind because they bring him some water or whatever, and he looks in this little bucket of water and he sees like a dead baby fetus in there, and he starts singing in a fucking lullaby, and then he's got Coco and his little sister, their bodies kind of standing there in the room with him like he's checked out. And I'm like, man, is this like his version of hell for all the fucked up shit he did, but it was just, but I was curious. I was weird how like she changed into Coco when he shot her, and I don't know if that was just some magic that it had the ability to do that, like basically like, you can't kill us is what they're yelling at him when he finally shoots it in the chest and shoots her in the head, which was a very cool part, by the way. I almost missed it. When he shoots her in the head, she's kind of standing there and you see her reach behind her head and kind of grab a handful of goo. Very well done. This movie was a good ride all the way through, man. It was very well shot. The this the scenes, like the torture scenes and stuff like that, was, man, it put you right there in there with them. Very well done, Mr. Takeshi. I like your work, man. I'm a huge fan. I have like Audition and Itchy the Killer. I have the posters part of my collection, and now I will be on the hunt for this one now. This was a fun ride. I liked it all. I am marrying this one. I had such a good time with Imprint. So well done. I can, oh yeah, I can watch it again. I could get done recording and go watch it again. I had such a good time with this movie, and go check it out. It is it is what it is. Some people don't get into stuff like this. I get it. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but there is some of y'all out there who enjoy it, who enjoy the push the limits, extreme type stuff. And I like it. I enjoy it. Had a good time with it. Now, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Hopefully y'all stuck around to the end. Hope I didn't turn y'all away or made you turn it off when I got in started talking about Barf Bunny. But hey, it's movies. It's a movie. Movies are supposed to, should be able to, like, some of it could be challenge you, make you feel uncomfortable, make you feel a certain way, and both of them did. And I enjoyed watching both of them. I hope if you are able to watch them or if you have, go check them out if you can. But I appreciate y'all hanging around while I talked about these two. I love these extreme. I like them. And there's going to be more. I already got some I want to watch and talk about. Um, don't know what's coming next though, family. Don't know what we're going to be talking about next. Yeah, just be on the lookout. But I appreciate everybody who stops by and listen. I appreciate all you little sick fuckers out there that take a few minutes of your day and listen to us shoot the shit. And like I said earlier, it's okay. I get it. These are some of these movies that you watch them and you don't want to tell your friends about it. Like you will watch this movie and like it, but then it's like as soon as you go try to tell your friend about it, they'll be like, "What? Like you like shit like that? Don't be ashamed." Be like, "Fuck yeah, I enjoy shit like this." I tell anybody. There's not a horror movie out there that is just I like them all. Bring it on. I take it. I like it. And yeah, man, I had fun watching these. And yeah, thank you all again for tuning in. Appreciate all the comments, follows, likes, whatever. Go share, tell your fucked up friends about us. They're all welcome here at this fucking table. And but yeah, I think that's gonna do it for this week. I don't think I missed anything. Housekeeping stuff. We're on all the social media stuff, right? I mean, Facebook, X, TikTok, Instagram. Leave comments, leave reviews, follow along. 5 stars if you would be so kind to. If not, want to leave some comments, whatever. We welcome it all. I would like to know if anybody's out there who has seen these movies and what your thoughts are. But yeah, until next time, people, that's going to do it for this episode of Fright Flick Book Mary Kill. This is that time of the show, family. We all need to reach over and grab your drinks. I need you to all to gather up your shit, put your chairs away, and get the fuck out of here.
What's your favorite scary movie?
We have such sights to show you.
Monsters!
All that left is my desire.
My name is Frankenstein!
Batman's gone mad!
Oh, no tears, please. It's a waste of good suffering.
See this? This is my boomstick!
I ate his liver with some fava beans. Ask me.
This ass.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
It's alive! It's alive!
Here's Johnny. I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna bash your brains. There are certain rules that one must abide by in order to successfully survive a horror.
Welcome to the debauchery.